Hi and welcome to LinkLiving's The Weekly Ray. It's show number 3 and we've got tons more hints and tips to help you with your mental health and well-being during lockdown. We have Collette giving us some advice for families coping at home during lockdown. Nicky talks to us about social isolation, and we've also got a great baking tip right at the end, so hang about for that. But up first, we have Collette, and she has 5 steps that can help families to cope at home during lockdown. Here we go.
Step 1 is see the TV as your friend, not an enemy. I got a lot less stressed when I started seeing the telly as a really useful tool that could be used as opposed to something that was to be avoided for the kids. Step 2, try and drown out some of the super mum stuff on social media. It's really, there's so much of it around, and sometimes that can make you feel quite bad actually, and like you're not doing a good enough job, and you absolutely are. If the kids are still well and alive, at the end of the day, we're all doing well. Step number 3 was a bit of advice I got from a health visitor after I had my first son, and it was just when you feel really frustrated, angry, wound up, emotional, whatever it happens to be, just turn around, count from 10 backwards, take a deep breath and start again. It's something that I've done before and certainly do during lockdown. Step number 4, I find that doing anything activity-wise with the children with water is really useful. I get less stressed with water activities for whatever reason. I find them easy to set up, easy to clean down after, and the kids seem to enjoy it just as much. So anything with water I think is good. Number 5, I think working from home with children or having other caring duties, other priorities, whatever it happens to be, with children around 24/7 with no let up is really, really hard. And I'm not sure there is much fantastic advice out there. It's just, it is what it is, and doing good is good enough, I think. And there's 2 Instagram accounts that I do look at that I think are fantastic accounts. One is an organisation called Pregnant and Screwed, and they give lots and lots of advice and look for clarification from government on issues around caring and looking after young ones in any situation. And another one is Mother Pucka, who looks at flexible working. And I think on both those accounts you get real life stories, very often worse than your own, and make you feel very grateful for what you do have. But there's also a lot of relevant information on it that's really useful at the moment.
Collette with some invaluable advice for families at home during lockdown. It is a busy and stressful time, so try and implement some of those tips there, and it might make it that little bit easier. Now, we are all socially isolated in one way or another during this lockdown. So joining us now is Nicky Paton, Services Manager from LinkLiving. Thanks for coming on, Nicky. Thanks for giving up your time.
That's fine, thanks for having me.
So, Nicky, you're going to be talking to us about how you keep in touch with service users at this time. Can you just tell me a little bit about that?
So one of the projects that we run is working with people in the community, and normally we would do a lot of group work where we bring people together to support each other. With the current situation with COVID-19 and the isolation that's been put into place, that's made that impossible. So we had to look at ways where we can still support our clients and how they can still feel connected to us and to LinkLiving and the services that we provide. We've looked at different ways to do this. First of all, when it was quite a rush when it all came in, we were providing telephone support. The telephone support when you're dealing with individuals and say there's 15 in a group can then take a lot longer than what it would if you were in the group setting with people supporting each other, speaking to each other. So we researched some different platforms that we could use in order to provide the group support. we've done that over the first week to see what we could do and how it could work. So one of the platforms was Skype, and that way we could see the person that we were supporting and they could see us. So that's how we started. We've done it on a one-to-one basis, looked at different platforms for the young person, what they've got access to as well, and making sure that they could connect, see us, and we could see them, because that's important that they've got that human connection.
So obviously you've reacted very quickly to the situation that you've been put in and adapted what you're doing as you went along. You mentioned human interaction there. How important is that for the service user, but also for staff members at this time?
I think for both it's just as important. Staff are used to working together in a team. They might go out and do one-to-one work, but normally they would come back to the office and they would have the support of their colleagues. Everyone's working from home now. You've got the young people or any of our service users, any age, would normally go out and have other social interactions with their friends, with families, and that's also gone now. So what's happened over the last few weeks was the first week when we were speaking to people, they were like, oh, we're fine, you know, it's okay. So we kept in touch. And then week 2, they weren't so fine. I think the reality started hitting home that this was a lockdown and they weren't getting to see their friends and families. And then by week 3, these 10-minute phone calls turned into an hour phone call. And if you look at the size of LinkLiving and the amount of service users that we support, that's a lot of hours on the telephone. So the staff team looked at different ways using Skype one-to-one, as I said, but actually how could we bring these people together? How could we do group work? And that's been our focus over the last few weeks.
So for anybody out there that's listening to this and maybe hasn't got involved or hasn't used this type of platform, what would you suggest to them, or what would your recommendation be at this time?
What I would say is, like, if you've got a smartphone or a computer, is play around with some of the free systems that's there where you can connect and have video chats with people. And what the team have found is we done a trial on Friday to see how this would work for a group. And we had 20 young people from Edinburgh, Falkirk and Fife, and they all came in and done a quiz. It was a great success. Everybody at the beginning was really quiet, but at the end of it, they were all chatting to each other. And then there's that wider network that's there. And even for staff or anybody at home, think about how you can connect with your friends. Look at using Skype. Make up your own quiz for your family. We've been doing that. We've got family all over Britain and abroad, and we've been using the Skype and doing some pub quizzes. And it's been great fun. And I would definitely recommend it if you get somebody to show you, or as I said, there might be somebody in your house that's a bit more competent or used to using these systems that you're not. Try and ask them and see what you can get set up.
All this virtual interaction is so important at this time. Nicky, thanks very much for coming on and explaining this, and you stay safe and well. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, Graeme. Take care.
Hopefully you can take away something from that will help you to overcome social isolation during lockdown. Now, it's a difficult time for everybody, but if you can help us by donating the price of a cup of coffee or that trip to work that you're not having to make right now, then it could make a massive difference to us. So please, if you can, do help. Now, I did promise some baking advice, and support worker Debbie has got in touch with an Empire biscuit recipe. You can see some pictures of them on screen right now. Wow, Empire biscuits are my favourite. I'm definitely going to give that one a bash. So thank you, Debbie, for sending that in. You can get it on the webpage along with lots of other recipes at our Sunshine campaign. Now, finally, I did say as well that I have an ask of everybody at home. This is the weekly Ray, and it's also a Ray of Sunshine campaign. We want to give people a little bit of sunshine into their life during lockdown, some hints, tips and advice. But for you at home this week, what I want you to do is send us in your little bits of sunshine from lockdown. Now that can be a picture, a drawing, a video even, something that represents sunshine for you at this time. Give it a bash, see how you get on, and join us next week on the Weekly Ray. Bye-bye.
The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, so I called you up, my love. I'll always love you and make you happy, and I know you'll do the same. I'll never leave you, you'll never leave me, and we'll always feel the way we do today. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away.